I want to see if, man, and I don't like how messy my hair is. I use this screen kind of like a mirror, don't I? I want to see if anyone's also up this late, because this is a subject I'm probably only going to discuss once, and I'm not even going to discuss some of the subject directly. There's a motion, and there's certain parts of it I'm going to be purposely vague on, and I'll tell you why. I want to discuss more the ramifications rather than some of the specifics. There's a motion we all knew was coming on the LNC list, where the LNC is giving into, of course, this LNC never has been a fan of due process. So the fact that they're giving into a social media kangaroo court that is merely a patently obvious political assassination hack job on somebody without caring at all the effect such a thing could have on an alleged victim and children is so gross, I don't even know what to say. Not going to mention names here because people will know what I'm talking about who need to know. And I have no permission from this family to discuss their intimate lives. I have not been invited into their intimate lives. And the alleged victim has not asked for any of this. And there are 5 daughters involved here. And none of these people engaging in this hit job, trying to ruin somebody's life, give a living crap about those 5 girls. Now, I'm not saying that anyone who has concerns, that those concerns are automatically unreasonable. I am also not saying that anyone who has concerns, that they are automatically in bad faith, because people are more varied than that. But I can say the origin of this hack job, the Fakertarians, John Hudak and company, absolutely are entirely scum. The way they've been going after people and calling people names and trying to destroy people's lives is something that even if you are a good faith person, and I know there are good faith people out there who have questions, you should not be getting into bed with these people. If you legitimately have concerns and questions, you want to know what? No one is in danger. And those questions will remain 6 months from now, when perhaps you can hear from an alleged victim and get permission. But what you all are doing right now is using an infantilizing, you know what I'm saying? I'm mad, so my words aren't coming out right. A grown woman and 5 children. How dare you? And I'm not even saying that I'm not immediately dismissing people who have concerns. It's none of my business. I am not sticking my nose in it. Nobody has invited me to do so, and you can think what you want of that. You will not goad me into anything like that. But I did need to make that introduction as a woman. If you ever thought to speak for me in a situation, I'm a grown-ass woman, where I didn't ask for your help, how dare you? And you do not care about the impact that your words, because it's all fun and games to you, can have on these 5 girls who are going to have to deal with repercussions with their peer group, and perhaps for the rest of their lives. Also, you could have your little social media games. There's something seriously demented with you. Serious items like this belong not in social media kangaroo courts. And the fact that the LNC is entertaining this is despicable. It is despicable. And John Phillips, you are despicable to make such a motion. There's going to come a day when something's going to come out, either true or untrue. Because I can tell you, in politics, it's dirty. A couple of years ago, there were supporters of my husband who were threatened. And the threat was, we're going to spread something about you on social media. And it ain't even going to be true. We'll just make something up. Because that's what politics today are. And all you LNC members that are going to be jumping on this bandwagon, that could happen to you. There could be something true about you that people can make a circus out of and ruin your life and the lives of people you love. Or someone could make up something about you. And if you denied it, people will go, well, of course, that's what you would say. What happened to humanity? And that is all I am ever going to say on the subject, because it is not my business and it is not my place. It just offends me deeply what you are doing to innocent people, those 5 girls, and a woman who hasn't asked to be your little pawn. That's about as misogynistic as you can get. You don't care about this issue. You don't care about these people. They are merely pawns in your political game. And I refuse to be a player. If I have something to say about this issue, I will talk privately and directly to the people involved. Now, as far as the LNC goes, they are coming really, really, really close, in my opinion, to outright fraud. And I will explain why. And this is entirely my opinion. First, we had all of these things that went on about the finances and the slush fund, we found out, for a corporation that was started by Laura Epke and Chris Lucchini and never disclosed. But it's okay because they don't have a YouTube channel. The dirtiness. Wayne, I'm doing a video. If you could just give me a few minutes. Shut the door, though.
I can do that.
Yeah. Everyone said hi, Wayne. So what happens the other day? Alicia Matson, who's a fantastic record keeper, sends to Tim Hagen, and he shares it to the LNC list, the amount of profit that they can expect to make from this convention, which is about $85,000. So how much do they decide to rob the piggy bank for? $85,000. And part of the excuse is, this is a balance that we're carrying, but we've got this income coming in that we'll be able to pay it off. Talk about counting your chickens. Yet John Phillips knew he was going to make this motion. This motion could very well torpedo that $85,000 profit they're expecting to make. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But it's not unreasonable to expect, and I'm certainly not telling anyone to do this, but it is certainly not unreasonable to expect that they're going to lose convention revenue. So it's in bad faith, utter fiduciary bad faith, to know you're going to make a motion like this, yet just 2 days before vote to spend $85,000. No, you make the motion first like a man. All of this is so stinky dirty. And all I can say to anyone, I don't blame you if you ask for a refund. I am certainly not encouraging that. As I said, this will probably be the only video I'm going to make on this subject unless they do something even worse. But here's my ask of you. If you do demand a refund, because money is all politicians can understand, please dedicate yourself, if at all possible, to donate that money back to the party after the Reno reset. Please do not punish the new LNC for the dirty actions of this LNC. But it is not unreasonable that there is going to be, I would predict, a not unsizable request for a refund. So the fact that they waited until after they got their little slush fund passed, putting us in debt, deficit debt, the party of fiscal responsibility, then turning around and sabotaging the income that you thought was going to pay for this. This is bad faith beyond measure. And it's not how you would want to be treated. I believe in the golden rule that if you're accused of something, that you get to have due process. And due process isn't a social media circus. And I would give due process to any one of you. This isn't right. Now let's look at just the utter incompetence of the motion to begin with. Okay? And God, John Phillips is such a coward. Let me find the wording of this motion, because I nearly laughed my ass off. And I'm not mentioning names in this because I am not going to dignify the type of people who engage in political hit jobs this way. So the motion by John Phillips is, and he says, by the request of many members of both my region and across the states. How about the request of many members of your region who don't want you to, John? But anyway, the motion, should the speaking agreement with X for the breakfast at the 2022 National Convention be continued? That motion doesn't even make any sense. It is parliamentarily moronic. How can you be on the national governing board and not even know the basics of how to properly frame a motion? And then he goes on to say, I worded it that way because a parliamentarian told me to. There's 4 possibilities here. Number 1, you're lying. Number 2, it's a parliamentarian like John Wilford claims to be a parliamentarian, which means not a parliamentarian, merely somebody who's a member of the National Association of Parliamentarians. That does not make you a parliamentarian. 3, a parliamentarian you got on wish.com. Or 4, an actual real parliamentarian, but you misunderstood what they said, because no actual real parliamentarian would tell you that that's a proper motion. This is like Roberts 101. Let me explain, because I like my things to be educational rather than just rants. There are certain motions that are just out of order because they're nonsensical, and this is one of them. So the LNC already passed a motion for X to be a breakfast speaker. That motion remains in full effect. Just keep that in mind. That was passed, I don't know, back in June, I think, of 2021. So if we look at Roberts 1010, motions to reaffirm a position previously taken by adopting a motion or resolution are not in order. Such a motion serves no useful purpose because the original motion is still in effect. In other words, you can't make a motion that has the identical effect as no motion. So his motion basically is, shall we continue as we've been continuing? It has the same effect as no motion at all. His motion makes as much sense as, shall we still have a convention? Well, we're having a convention, John. Has the same exact effect as making no motion at all. It is nonsensical and out of order. If you want to move to cancel a contract, have the balls to make the actual motion. The motion you made right now should be ruled out of order as completely nonsensical. It is him trying to be cute and passive aggressive with Roberts. This is all just disgusting. You don't give in to the mob. If at some point, I've said all I wish to say on that. It's a nonsensical motion. It's in financial bad faith, considering you just voted to put the LNC in debt for $85,000 on the promise or the assumption that you're going to make that at convention and then turn around and put that money that you're allegedly going to be making at convention in jeopardy. And even though I think the way you are behaving is absolutely disgusting, I hope karma has mercy on you, and that 5 years from now, when someone tries to do something similar to you, you don't have to look back and go, oh my God, all I'm getting is what is coming to me. I pray to God that there's mercy. Because I don't think any of you people are Jesus who are perfect, who somebody can't dig up something on in your past. And I can tell you, I will be ruthlessly consistent. Somebody comes up with something in your personal life of which at this point in time, it is absolutely impossible to know the truth. It is the personal, intimate details of your life. There is no quote unquote victim asking for anyone's help. Even though I don't like you, my position will be the same because I am a consistent person. I will say it is none of my business. Now, I have little doubt that this motion is going to pass. I will be pleasantly surprised if it doesn't. I'm not going to comment on it any further because I feel gross even commenting on it at all. I feel like, and I'm trying to keep my comments to the parliamentary issue and the fiduciary duty issues because I feel gross commenting on the intimate personal details that we have not been invited to by the people directly involved. This is so intrusive into people's personal lives. And who my heart breaks for is the 5 daughters. Did you ever even stop to think about them? I thought we were better in the party of principle than to engage in the dirty slimeball politics that is par for course for the Democrats and the Republicans. Is this the kind of world we're promising people, where it's just okay to drag your political opponents in such a low way through the mud? And no, I don't apologize, nor am I embarrassed for tearing up over what I think this is going to do to those 5 girls. You should be too. And if you so lost your heart that much, please get out of politics, because I don't want monsters in politics. This is, again, likely the only thing I am going to say on this, out of respect for the privacy of the family. And you ain't gonna goad me into doing more. And those of you who are people of good faith and good nature, who maybe have been engaging in this gossip, I ask you to please just rethink yourself. Just rethink what you're doing and ask yourself, is it really worth it? Because I know there are good people who got caught up in all of this. And you're good people. But you bad faith actors, for you, I could pray to God all I want that He has mercy on you and that in the future you're not treated this way. But my God is also just. And the justice of God is a fearsome thing. Good night, Liberty people.